Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kobari Peaceful and this is Wednesday Motivation. Once again, I'm a writer, a public speaker, a content animation creator, a music instructor and also a public speaker. With me here is Fortuna Taisi. Can you please tell them who you are?
Tell them.
Lady of Prestige.
Okay, my name is Artisi Fortune and I'm a co-host on this Wednesday Motivation, and we're gladly having episode 3 of our Speaking Up series.
Yeah, this is the power of speaking up, and we've talked about why people don't speak up.
Yes.
We've talked about the consequences of not speaking up, and this is
How
to speak up. You can remember in our last episode we were talking about, we told the audience that the only way to speak up is to do what?
Is to speak up.
Yeah, but then the question is, how do you actually speak up?
Exactly.
But one thing I want you to know is, when you want to speak up, you want to learn how to speak up, you don't work with your emotions. Because if you work with your emotions, things will begin to go wrong. For example, we'll be looking at the example we used in the last episode when we were talking about the leaking roof.
Yeah.
When there's a roof that is leaking and then you want to work with your emotion, okay, what if this, what if, because then you'll be working with what if. But if you work with your emotion, things will begin to go wrong. Yeah.
That leads me to the point that says, let go of the outcomes. If you want to learn how to speak up, if you want people to hear your voice, if you want to talk, you want to speak up most of the time, you have to let go of the outcomes. Just like the example Peaceful said, you want to please everyone, you want to romance their emotions, then you won't say anything.
Yeah.
So, especially for that example, the leaking roof or the leaking ceiling, you won't say, oh, I don't want to get some persons offended, or I don't want to get the owner of the house offended, and you're so caring or you're so concerned about their emotions, about the outcome, then you end up not speaking on it because you'll be like, oh, this might offend some persons or this might affect one thing or the other.
Yeah, and adding to that, I'll also say that you need to define your voice. Now, one way to speak up is to be able to have a personal interaction within yourself.
Yourself first.
Yes,
yeah.
The communication needs to go within yourself. It's called intrapersonal communication.
Yeah.
You have to communicate. That thing needs to go within you before you voice it. You need to tell yourself that your voice is important. Your voice is very important. So for you to speak up, you should know that your voice is important to the people. So you just have to do it. Yes. So another point is to say the fact. You should think about the fact and not think about perfection first. You need to know that this actually is the fact. Don't think about what, just like she said, the outcome. So you don't think about the perfection of everything. You need to go to the facts immediately. So how to speak up? Let there be communication within you.
Yourself, yeah.
True, that will be able to.
I used to do something before I say something to someone. Example, if someone offended me and I am scared to tell the person, especially if the person is my elder, I would talk to myself first. I'll actually voice out anyway to myself, but of course with no one around, and I'll behave as if the person is there. I'll now start saying what I want to say, but the person is not actually there. So in other words, I'm rehearsing what I'm saying. I'm making sure I'm having interpersonal communication before I go tell the person. So in that way, I know exactly what to say, and I say my mind when I finally meet the person.
And she now knows that her voice is important.
Exactly. True. So the only way to speak up is just to speak up.
Let
go of the fear. Let go of anything that is holding you back. Let go of the fact that your voice is not important. Let go of the fact, let go of the fact that people would get offended. Now, I really must say this. Unfortunately, a lot of us do not speak up, especially when we are offended, because we're trying to, I'll use the word again, romance people's emotions. We want to pamper them. We want to make them feel good all the time. But to our own detriment, that's not helping us. So once you come to the point where somebody hurt you, the thing that is happening is not helping you, and you have no option than to speak up. My dear, please speak up. Forget about how the person will feel. Actually, that is not in your hands. I'm not saying be rude or anything. Be polite as you can, but say what you have to say. This is a very good example of the point Peaceful made. Let go of the emotions. Stick to the facts. The fact is that you stepped on my toes and I do not like it. So please do not step on my toes next time because I don't like it. Whatever the person wants to feel is really not your business. So that's it. That's how to speak up.
Thank you so much, Fortune. Now you know how. Like, you just have to do it.
Yeah.
Just tell yourself, please, I need to make a change. And my voice is very important in any situation.
Exactly.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. God bless.